Got British Boxing Blog here with Peter Shepperson and Steve Wraith. Cracking afternoon of boxing from, well, both of you contribute to that really. How would you sum up the main event?
Cracking fight. Can I just say as well, it's just great to have a professional film crew. I'm used to having weird blonde guys who are camp as Christmas doing interviews, so great to have you here, lads. For me personally, it was a great day. A lot of that has to come down to the organisation before, and that's down to Pete. This is my area, it's not my manor. Pete Shepperson, DVMA in particular, have pulled in the likes of CrossFit, in particular, who are our main sponsor. It's been an absolutely fantastic afternoon. Pete's then not only been running around pulling sponsorship in, he's also been down the gym training everybody. So for me, a lot of the praise has got to go down to this man, because to do all the bit behind the scenes and then actually have 3 of my fighters in the ring that he's trained and all put on great performances has been fantastic. So for me, fantastic. The question you asked was about the main fight though. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I think everyone's walked away with a different opinion. I think for me, I had Humble one up with 1 round to go, and Pete turned to me, didn't he, and you said, "What do you think?" And I went, "I've got him a round down." And what happened was, he won the last round. So a draw is a fair result. I've heard people saying if it had been in Newcastle, Humble would have won it. I've heard Stewie Hall walked out and said that Humble was 2 up going into the last round. We've all got opinions, that's what makes boxing. But look, I don't think any boxing fans walked away from here tonight and said, I wouldn't want to see that again. Will we go back to Newcastle, Gateshead, and do it? Yes, we will. When will it be? We need to discuss that with the fighters, with the management, etc. Ideally for me, I'd like to see it on an Eddie Hearn matchroom show.
I think it's good enough, definitely.
Eddie's coming back next year, so I'd like to think that be when we do it. But let's get Christmas out the way, everyone enjoy themselves, and we'll go from there.
Quick word for your other fighters on the card, Steve.
Ellis Corey, there was a little bit of this. Which is, I enjoyed watching. It's a little bit of throwback. It's a different style, but you know better than me. I'm not a boxing trainer, but there was little flashes of the kickboxer in there. But I thought because he's gone from one discipline to another. It's difficult, isn't it?
I thought he settled down really well in the 4th, and I thought
he's only been boxing 10 weeks.
Yeah,
he's been Thai boxing.
That's
20,
it.
10 year, 12 year, well over 100 Thai boxing fights.
There's a little bit of that in there. You can see this with a discipline, but he's brilliant. And as the fight wore on, he got better and better.
We just said he looked really excited when he came out in the first round, but then from there he settled into it really well.
Round, he was unreal, I
thought he could have stopped him maybe in the 4th. I thought the stoppage might have been on there.
He was looking very, very closely for a lot of it.
Tough kid to take it.
Richard O'Neill, 12 months ago, on this very day, Richard O'Neill was on the last show down here, and he got a knockout, which I think you plugged on British Boxing Blog. And today, I think we saw a completely different Richard O'Neill. I mean, first thing I said when he turned up at the weigh-in yesterday was how slim he looked. He looked really, really chiselled. He looked excellent, in excellent condition. I don't think he's ever looked as in good condition. He's lasted great as well, to be fair. And he was superb. He got in and he done the job. And the kid came to fight, didn't he?
That had a winning record, so he wasn't eating out.
First round he came out, I thought could be but Richard after that I thought really settled down and deservedly 40-37.
He listened well, he put combinations together as well, not just loading up with single shots like he put Arsenal in the past.
I mean, obviously you've got to talk about the downside. Nobody likes to see a defeat.
Neil.
Yeah, Neil Hepper. I don't know. What?
He's been through a lot, and he's just lost a relative a couple of days ago. I think play with him for taking the fight. I think
that's probably the best way to sum it up. I think from his perspective, losing his Auntie Bev, who he obviously wanted to pay his respects to today with the fight. His mind was all over the place, I think, and he got caught early by Paul Hamilton's fighter. That's the irony. Paul Hamilton comes back to Darlington, brings a fighter over from Spain, and the kid just came in and caught him cold. And nobody likes to see a boxer suffer. I went in to have a chat with Neil afterwards. Distraught, and it's no good. In that situation, you leave it to the trainer, and I left Jeff to deal with it. I do know he hasn't been in the gym a great deal. I do know he's had to balance work, and I do know he's had to do a lot of training himself. Maybe he's not the greatest of preparation, but in the grand scheme of things, Pepper's a warrior. He's a Darlington legend in many ways. In boxing, he's done so well for the sport up here, and he's come back before. I think he needs the time to to grieve his dying relative, and then hopefully we'll sit down again in January and see what the future holds for Hepper. He wants to push on. He wants to go somewhere. He wants to move up the ladder. Will he do it? That really is up to him. Would love to see him, to do that. But by his own admission as well, he is getting, he's not getting any younger. So let's see what 2018 brings for him.
Just to sum up for you, Steve, 2017 been a good year, regular shows, and
for somebody who was supposed to be taking the back seat out of boxing, I've probably done more. I've probably done more shows. I've enjoyed it, the relationships I've got with Fighting Chance, with Jobs' gym, with Phil Jeffries, are all good. My relationship with Joe Pyle is very good, and my relationship with Eddie Hearn is just as good as it's always been. And again, big thanks to my ex-business partner Danny Cox for establishing that relationship, because with Eddie coming up again, that's going to be massively beneficial for our fighters, and not just my fighters who I manage, but the lads at other places. And Warren's up. Yeah, it's been a good year, probably the best year in the 5 years that I've been back in the game. It's been the best year for boxing. Just look at the belts we've got up here. Lewis Ritson, Tommy Ward, and looking at
Northern area fights like that.
Looking at Humble and Wood that day, you think there's potential there for another one. They're durable, they're strong, they can go 10 rounds. We've got it all here. We've got an exciting boxing community, and it's given great publicity by the British Boxing Club.
Just a shame Newcastle got beat, but some things never change though.
Well, that's right, aye. But in Rafa we trust.
In Rafa we do. Thank you.
Cheers, lads. Thank you very much.